All right, with that countdown having been not super cooperable, I'm just diving into it. Whew, okay. Yeah, OBS was not being compatible with the stream or whatever. Here's what we're doing today. DataStax Apollo. Plain and simple. Today, we're going with three things. One, going to try to get some C# working against DataStax Apollo. So the goal is there. Get a basic project set up. Get it to connect. Get it to read, write data with CQL. Then same thing with JavaScript. And then the same thing with Go. So we're going to get three languages. At least the mission is to get three languages connected to Apollo with the current existing beta DataStax Apollo project, with the current authentication set up the way it is, and get CQL to read, write, and update. And we'll probably use the same CQL in each, just to make it simple and focus on connectivity, etc. Also, I'm going to kind of give you a little walking tour of what is currently available in the beta, maybe a sneak peek of some future things. Craziest energy drink in the universe, but it'll help you get connected to databases. So, hey, Codebase Alpha, welcome to this stream. Thanks for joining in. All right, so now that I have clicked all of the wrong buttons multiple times and fought with OBS, it's time to get into what we're actually doing today. All right, so DataStax Apollo. The lowdown on this is, it is DataStax, who I work for. It's our beta release of basically Apache Cassandra as a service, right? So you can sign in. You can do this right now. I'm not like using some special edition, right? Literally click on try the beta, go in, sign up, and get going. We got some other stuff here. Just this is like marketing copy type stuff. Also, I'm going to talk about this DataStax Apollo on GCP. I'm going to talk about that just a little bit here in a second. It just opened up. Oh yeah, okay. So here's the thing with GCP. So one, you need billing account admin permissions to be able to use this, even though there is a free option. Okay. However, that's the parked database option. Not really a lot free to do with that. But there is the dev service plan, which is 13 cents an hour. I was about to say a minute. Had like long distance phone cost in my mind or something. Good gracious. Think about that, everybody. At one point in history, you paid 13 cents a minute to talk to anybody that didn't live in your city or your area code on the phone. And that was the cheap plan. At one time, it was a quarter. All right, now that I've had my old man syndrome for the day, let's get back to the important stuff here. So 13 cents a minute for that. The enterprise plan is $7.16 an hour, not a minute, an hour. But that gives you some serious power. Like there's some serious instances behind that. The dev service plan is like, I think it's 3 kind of smallish nodes. So not super big. Then there is the premium enterprise service plan, $9.15, etc. It goes on up, right? Or there's some other premium plan and then standard plan. So there's a price range that it goes for. The dev one, the 13 cents an hour one, this one is the cheapest, but it's going to give you not that much horsepower. Great to do some tests against stuff like that, but you wouldn't use it for production. All right, so that's the GCP option. Now, if we go here, whoops, hover over stuff all over the page, crazy. All right, here we go. So this is, stop telling everybody, stop doing this. Okay. This is the login page. If you haven't registered, you'll get this. And yes, you can go register right now. You don't have to have special permissions. But if you do register, I'd love to know, and I'd love to know your first experiences with the database. Ping me. Let me know. Whisper me here. Tweet me at Adrian on Twitter. Whatever method. If you got my email, whatever. Just don't call me on the phone. I don't ever pick it up. But you could text me. You could text me on the phone. So whatever. Let me know if you feel like it. Because I would love to know what you think of the database, what we can do better, what we can change, how we can enable you to do more things with it, all that kind of jazz. And this is just the standard scenario, you know, fill it out, do your password. You'll get your login in like 2 seconds, and you're ready to go. Anyway, I'm going to log in and create a database. Because I've created some databases. I have played with this. I mean, I do work at DataStax. I get to play with the new stuff before it's out, right? It's a benefit. But here we go. All right, so we have a couple of regions where we can create the cluster at up front. We're going to use the AWS database. Eventually, there will be other options like the GCP option where you don't have to go through Marketplace. You can like do a thing through here, and you can manage the database through here. All the things that you need to do, you can do from here. That is the direction this is going. So I'm going to pick US West 2 because that's closest to me. It's down in the Dalles in Oregon. Or actually, I don't know. US West 2, is it the Dalles? I don't know. Let's just say it's geographically closer to Seattle than East 1. Or what was the other one? AP Southeast. All right, so database name. Let's say Adrian's testing database. And key space. Adrian's key space. Yeah, alphanumeric characters only. Can't use a dash. I try to do that all the time, and I always am like, oops, of course I can't do that. Okay, username. I'm just going to say me. And then some stuff here. Actually, here, let's do this. No, can't I? Oh, it's trying to put in stuff for me. All right, got all that set. Here's these same standard options, right? So developer, startup, standard, enterprise. These have these guarantees, various SLAs, etc. Very useful. You'll also notice, though, developer, low-cost development option with 25 gigabytes of storage. That's plenty enough for what we're going to try to do today. Startup, so there's some estimated cost stuff going on here, but right now during the beta phase, it's free. So you get signed up for the beta, you can set up free databases all you want to. Now, there is one caveat. After 72 hours, all beta stage databases are shut down, okay? Just for the beta period. So this is going to be like a month, maybe 6 weeks, something like that, you know? Give everybody some time to try it out and really see what it can do. And then let's see here. All right, got that. Let's launch it. Let's do just a standard one. Launch that database. And here's our little message. It says that it can take up to 30 minutes to launch a database. Generally doesn't take anywhere that long. But, you know, just as a caveat, because it's fully launching all the machines, the nodes, the virtual machines, building out these things, etc. All that you need on the back end. Nothing's like preloaded, faked out, or anything like that. It's full, legitimate Cassandra instances is what it is. So you're getting a real cluster. All right, so view databases. Now, so it's going to take a few minutes. In the meantime, oh, there it goes. So see, initializing database. In the meantime, let's get just like, what kind of C# app should I do? Oh, my video is slightly ahead of the video. I've been informed that my video is slightly ahead of audio. Whoops. Let's do this. Slightly easier to follow if my face isn't there then. All right, so I'm going to use JetBrains Writer, and let's get a C# project going. We'll just do this. We'll call it Apollo Launch. Create a Git repo. Put them in the, sure, let's put them in the same project directory. I think that's going to be good. All right. So it is, there it goes. Always takes a second with project creation, especially with .NET stuff, Java stuff. Basically the projects that have like big infrastructure overhead. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Oh well, it's going in. I'll fix that on the commit to the actual. Do I want to wait till then? Or do I want to just fix it right now? All right, let's do this. All right, remove. So now we're all ready for Max and get this IDE's stuff out of the way there. All right, cool. Let's exit. There we go. And then let's make sure we can launch this. And we get a hello world, right? No problems here. Yeah, it looks good. Okay. You're gonna get that in there. Hello from Apollo. Now, it's still working. Let's create a second database while we're at it. Just call this one the second database. Another key space. Call that a startup one, launch database. All right. So there we go. In a second, it should show the other one. There it is. So now we got two databases and a key space in each. Now you'll note too, as this works this way, you're using one key space per database at this point. Can't say what future direction will be, but that is what you get right now. So we're going to be working with one key space per database. Generally speaking, you can put multiple key spaces in a database, in a Apache Cassandra database cluster. But right now, we're working with a key space per database, just for visibility, so you know what we're working with here. Okay, we're gonna let that continue. Whoops. And then let's see here, DataStax C# driver. So we wanna go out here and get the latest driver. So we can just get this from NuGet. It's called Cassandra C# driver. And then there's, let's see here. Yeah, we have consolidated so that there is a driver now. There's not like DSE driver, DataStax driver, Cassandra driver, etc. Or is there still? Oh, we're working on that. It's in the process. Sorry about that. So actually, let's get this one. Install package DSE. All right, so we'll go back to writer and manage NuGet packages. Go away, message box. There we go. DSE. Oh, look at this, Apollo launch. Let's do that. Yes. So we got standard, and .NET Framework. This I'm not worried about. This stuff's what we'll be using. There we go. All our pertinent pieces. Just do a little quick test build. And let's check back on our databases. Initializing still. All right. Let's get, while we're at this, let's go to WebStorm. I hope I'm all updated. I do have my subscription. Whoa, bananas. That really is big. But yeah, all my stuff's updated. Right? Yep, WebStorm 2019.2.3. So that looks good. Oh, I don't want to use this. Yeah, that's wonderful. I'm going to close this project. Wait, why am I missing? Anyway, new project. And let's do a Node.js project here. Or do I want to do an Express app? Let's go with that. Let's see here. Apollo web example will be generated with this 4.16.1. It's going to use Jade, I guess. All right, whatever. Plain CSS. This is going to be a super plain example. So we got our C#, we got our Node.js here getting created. All right, and then still working. Refresh here. Yeah, they're still running. So let's get out here and do DataStax Node.js driver, and then Cassandra Golang. All right, that looks good. Go CQL. And then let's go ahead and create the Go one. I'm creating these, but then I'm going to do one at a time. I'm not going to like switch back and forth the whole time. That would be super distracting. Oh, whoops, there we go. New project, Go. Sure, that looks good. 113 codes, Apollo, Go example. Let's go ahead and create a Go file. We'll do main. All right, and then okay. Now let's call this Apollo Golang example. Go example for DataStax Apollo service. Oops. Service. And we're going to do another one. I just did Go, so C# example. And then Apollo Node.js example. All right, so now we got each one of these set up. Let's get them in the repo. So Node.js example. Get remote P, nothing, get remote. Add origin. Oh yeah, and status. Oh no, no get ignore. Let's add a get ignore. File get ignore. What? Oh, I don't have the get ignore thing in here. Dot get ignore. It's the basic first stuff. All right, get these, add these, add these. And what do we got? Get status. All right, perfect. All right, we got a new branch up there with this. Listening on port 3000. So I should be able to bring up local host 3000 and get, boom, Express. All right, so our Node.js hello world thing is ready to go. Let's add C# next. All right, so .NET is ready to go. And then the last one here is the Go project. Oh, whoops. Didn't add the repo, did I? Nope. Excellent. Okay. So now that we have those, let's actually, let's add the README. And we'll go through with each one of those. And we're just going to make a little list real quick. References. Already vulnerabilities? It's your add README. Sometimes I feel like Node.js is a vulnerability. Just clean CSS, moderate severity. So can I just get it to submit a create automated security fix? All right, so did I get a PR out of that? Yes, let's do this. So give me a pull request. Well, whatever. It'll come up eventually, I guess. So there's that example. Let's get that into the notes. There's a C# example. And the Go example. Eventually we'll get a Java one in here too. But this is, I don't know, I think I can get these done today. I hope. Maybe not. Maybe so. All right, that looks good. So we don't, oh, now I've gotten it all off screen. Anyway, so we got those in there. We'll fiddle with that in a bit. We'll fiddle with that in a bit. Right now, though, we want to get into this. So are we doing here? Come on, databases. All right, we're going to take a 30-second ad break. We'll be right back. Oh, interesting. It says, you are still live. Some people may not get an ad. I don't know, the whole ad thing on Twitch is kind of weird, kind of surreal. Really got to get my streaming times down. 34 seconds since last ad. So I guess we watched an ad? I don't know. I don't have any idea. I don't know how this ad thing works. On Twitch, that is. All right, so we got 2 databases. They're still working on being created. I'm going to actually create a 3rd database while we're at it. I'm going to pick US East 1, AWS, a 3rd, Threes company. Just go with the developer one. There we go. So now we got a bunch of databases happening. Yeah. All right. So in here though, let's get some code written. We can go ahead and do this using DSE. Let's see. I'm gonna close the Go bits. Get the C# stuff back. Also, a big shout out to Program, DataStax Devs, Digital Drummer J. I'm going to start saying his nick that way. And Chris Streaming Code and Brandon Matthews for hosting the stream today. Appreciate it. Nyan Cat runs frantically. All right. So here is the bits to, let's see, getting started. IDSE cluster, which is an interface for DSE cluster, and interface for DSE session. The idea with any connection is that we create a cluster, which is really just kind of like a connection object, right? You could think of that as like SQL connection or something like that from the SQL Server space. Same for any other database. So that's what the DSE cluster interface contract meets when you create that object here. Okay. Now let's bounce back over into Writer. Excuse me while I re-get my mouse. There we go. Okay. Just putting this on my other screen real quick. All right. So DSE cluster. It's going to be our cluster equals DSE cluster dot builder. So it's basically a builder pattern that this is. And then we're going to do dot add contact point, which is basically the IP, right? So I'm going to do it like it's the local one. And then build like this. All right, so that gives us the cluster connection, then IDSE session. We need to do this so that we can issue via the session CQL commands, whatever we need to do to interact with the database itself. So this is cluster.connect. That gives us a session that we can now use, and then we can do stuff like row session.execute, and then say something like select asterisk from system.local. That's exactly what the example says, and then it has a dot first because this is a link type of object that's an enumerated list of stuff. And we can just say execute, get us this thing, and then give us the first result. Boom, just like that. And then we'll do console.write line row.get value. And then here we need to do the object type that's returned or will be returning to print out. And then let's see here we'll do, I think that's the right order of parens, cluster name. I feel like I have too many now. Did that fix it? No. That one, and then that one, and then that one. And then oh, I see where it went. This one is not needed. Then we kill that one, and boom. All right, that would be correct. So now this squiggly score underline deal with the CQL right here, which stands for Cassandra Query Language, it has a squiggly line because Writer, like all JetBrains products, will allow you to change the dialect to the specific CQL or SQL variant, so SQL, SQL, right, or CQL, Cassandra Query Language variant that you're using. If I do that, it pops up an option, and I can go in here and say project SQL dialect is going to be Apache Cassandra, and I'll go ahead and put Cassandra as my global dialect. So now that's associated with this file, and when I hit save, it actually knows. And if this connection is good, and I make a connection over here, like this, to the local database, which I don't really have right now, it will actually start giving me autocomplete on the schema of the database, right? So like if I actually have the key space, which I forget what our key space was. I think it was, let me look real quick. Oh, by the way, haha, 2 databases are up. We got second database and Adrian's testing database. So let's take a look at that. Key space was Adrian's key space. So let's put that in there like that. And this is going to be our first table. Now, like I was saying, if I'm able to put the connection in here, which we'll find out in a minute, I'll start to get autocomplete here for the SQL, the CQL, within the actual C# code. Same thing in the other JetBrains IDEs. Very, very cool feature to be able to get that. Really makes it just much, much easier to write out your CQL statements while you're writing your code, instead of having to, go back and forth and test it and then figure out what it is and try to remember it, look at the docs and da-da-da-da. You can just do it all right here. And you get your autocomplete, all that good jazz. All right, so hello from Apollo. And then let's bounce back over here and let's take a look at a few things. So once this is up and running, our connection details are here, like our connect to application details, which we'll get into to get connected to this database. But let's look at some of the other things. So basic information, right? Some basic stuff about storage. Yes, if you've noticed, that is not correct. It just says 500 gigabytes on all of them right now. Even though I think this is, so 25 gigs, 25 gigs, 25 gigs for the dev version would give us not 500 gigabytes. So that'll be correct soon. And then this stuff doesn't matter because it's free in the beta. And then let's look at health though. This is super cool. We got some dashboard information about what is going on. 3 nodes are up. Whoops. We got 6 clients connected. We do, huh? That's interesting. What are y'all doing? And then let's see, just different stuff, right? Coordinator requests to the server. So there's been 10 requests. That's probably just some internal activity to get the cluster running initially. Then we got the mem table space, compactions, table, streaming, etc. Right? So this is data into your cluster, or I should say metrics into your cluster, so you can know what's going on with the database. Right now, of course, we got nothing going on yet. So let's get back over here. I'm going to check on all three of them real quick again. So that one's still initializing. DataStax Insights available in the future. Okay, but back into this database, we're going to learn more, but let's just take a look. So here's the password, which is not visible, and I can't tell y'all, it's my password. It's a secret. Key space is Adrian's key space. Database is Adrian's testing database. Let's put this all somewhere that I can easily remember it. Okay, so we got Adrian's testing database, and then we got Adrian's key space, right? And then my username is going to be Adrian. And then my password is a secret that I know, right? That seems fair, doesn't it? And then there is this secure connection bundle. So I'm going to download that. And then we'll take a look at it. So this secure connection bundle is basically a zip file, okay, and it's got a bunch of security stuff in it. It's got a cert, key, etc. As you can kind of tell here, there's a JSON config, some Java identity bits, a key thing just called key, trust store JKS, all this stuff. You can go and look in it and determine whatever you want to about it. But it has all the pertinent things that we need to actually be able to get connected to our database. And it's all just wrapped up in a little zip file. Now let's do one other thing. We'll go to Learn How and look directly at the documentation. Excuse me, got the hiccup burpees again. Obtaining database credentials. Getting started. So this is all updated documentation. Gotta say, if you see anything confusing, not descriptive, not detailed, let me know, let us know. We'll get it fixed ASAP. If you see anything missing, or you think of anything missing, I should say. I guess you don't see missing stuff. If it's not there, it's not there. But if there's anything that you want, any specific details, again, ping me on Twitter, @Adrian. Ping me here, whisper me, send me an email, text me, post a web page, whatever you got to do. Please let me know what you want to see in the documentation to help you get work done with your Cassandra cluster, right? All right, so we went through this already. We configured the account. We got the Cassandra database is up and running. And let's dig through this and look at our database credentials. All right, so this is talking about what I just explained with that zip file. This just tells you go curl it. You can just click on the interface and download it. It's not a big deal, whatever you want to do. And then the next step is to get going with one of the various options, right? One of the quickest ways to start working against the database, like if you just want to toy around with data and you want to like put some stuff in there, run some inserts, etc., you can just go out here and launch Developer Studio. This is probably the easiest way to just start working with the database. Get out here, you can create a new notebook. There you go. And then you can do, oh yeah, let's hear. I don't remember what I used for the password. Okay. So when you get into the notebook, you gotta, leave it alone. You gotta authenticate the first time, right now, in the beta. Okay. Once you're in, you're good. And you can see you can run local quorum, local one, quorum trace. Whenever you run your CQL, let's see your control space. Where are my keys? There we go. So this is actually like autocomplete, basically for CQL to get to working with whatever you want to do here. So let's do create table. What's my key space? Adrian's key space. See, it's right up at the top, so kind of easy to see, right? Adrian's key space dot new. Wait, let's call it our first table. And then what do we need to do now? We need to do this. And then me and syntax. Always with me and syntax. Let's say description text. And then primary key. Description. I don't know, something like that. What did I miss? Best way to do this, let's say create table, oops, create table, CQL, create table. Boom, look at that. Documentation in like half a second. So let's just grab one of these. So we'll grab this table. I'm gonna go down here, copy it in. Let's use that as reference. Okay, our first table, and then description. Let's go ahead and add a key, IDE, UUID. We'll go ahead and put primary key here. And then description, that sounds great. Take that off. There we go. And then let's set up another one. Adrian's key space, cyclist alt stats from example. I'm gonna make it a big old name. Let's see if we can run both of these at the same time. Perfect. So now let's get down here and do describe table. Let's do tables. All right, I figured I could do that. So let's do describe Adrian's key space dot our first table. No? Okay, well, whatever. We'll do select asterisk. Remember, don't use an asterisk. Actually put the column names in all your SQL and all of your CQL. Always do that. Asterisks are only good for examples on the internet, in Twitch streams. So Adrian's key space dot our first table. Did it not like, it doesn't look like it liked that. Yeah, there they are. It knows they're there. Okay. So do that. It's manage Adrian's key space vecting K from oh. It's because again, I have to use the right syntax. No data returned. That is true. Why? Because we haven't put data in it. Anyway, we've proven that the database is up. We created some tables. We tried to pull non-existent data from the table. So let's get back to what we really want to be doing, which is connecting an app. Well, let's look at our schema. Oh yeah, see, there's our table schema. So it's a really nice tool. Check out DataStax Studio. It is totally worth checking out. You will save a ton of time. Super easy to use. Just click around in it. You're not really going to mess anything up. You can just get in here, check out all notebooks, figure out how to star them. It's a great interface. So, real easy to create stuff. You can add multiple sections, write whatever SQL you want to. You can make just comments too, comment stuff here, and just use it as a notebook. I mean, that's effectively what it is, right? So, oh, and you can, this is super important to note, import notebooks, right? So like when you're in a notebook, let's see, where is it? You can export it. Why don't I know where the export is? There you go. Delete this notebook, export this notebook. So you can export cell code and results, include diagnostics, gives you a file, and then you can go import it. So pretty cool. Not pretty cool. Freaking awesome capability there. It's real nice. All right, so our one database is still chunking along, but let's go look at the docs again. All right, so we're going to get obtaining database credentials. So we did that. We got that. So then what is the next step? Connecting to databases with DataStax Studio. Connecting databases with CQLSH. DataStax drivers. This is the important jackpot. So let's look at connecting your database with this. All right. So create a local directory for the C# driver and change to that directory. It looks like I'm on Linux. I'm not on C://. All right, download the secure bundle. We got the bundle. Download the NuGet package for the C# driver to the directory you created. All right. And then create a new C# project and configure it to connect to your Cassandra database. Okay, so we have a console app. We have this package. Okay, we got the package where it's supposed to be based on default usage of NuGet. And then, all right, so replace the code. So it's add the package, this one or this one. This is what we use, DSE -S. So from this path, version DBAAS 1-1, include the absolute path to the secure connect bundle for your Cassandra database in the with cloud secure connection bundle method call and your credentials in the with credentials calls as shown in the following examples. All right, so in here, let's bounce this out of the way and we'll get some code written again. So here it says what we need to do, DSE cluster, we created that. So in the session, or no, in the builder, actually, we need to change this stuff. So DSE cluster builder with cloud. Let's hear with cloud secure connection bundle at the following code to the main method in program.cs. This code runs a CQL query and prints the output to the console. All right. Okay, let's go back. So we need to do this way. Download the NuGet package from the C# driver to the directory you created. Okay, so let's do this. We'll get this and we'll just copy it. C# driver. All right. wget comes on Windows. I didn't know that. I'm going to make a directory, and I'm going to call it C# Apollo driver. Okay, we can't miss that, right? There we go. And then we're going to wget wget. Where is it trying to? new package, out file to that. Okay, so it should. What do you mean command not found? Copy to clipboard. Okay, I just copied it in weird because we got this stuff. So, all right, we got the package file. We've changed the name of it from this to just, well, actually, we didn't change the name of it. We just made the out file is called that. So now in our path, we have that and the UT file. What else? Anything else? Nope, just those two things. All right, so let's take a look real quick. Oh, this is just the wget. Okay. All right, so we got that downloaded there in our special directory. Add the dependencies for the C# driver to your package. Okay. So now I want to go out of here into our Apollo launch C# project. Yeah, in here. And then we're going to do this one. So .NET add package DSE C. Oh, wait. What? Derp. All right, so let's do this codes / what did I just name it? C# driver. And then what else do we need? -v. Okay. So it looks like to get that in there, I got to sudo it. There we go. All right, we added the package reference, restoring packages. Package DSE is compatible with all specified frameworks in the project. Well, that's good to know. Assets files not changed. Restore completed. All right. Let's go and we're just going to copy this in. Right? Oh, no, wait. We're going to copy this in. We're going to go ahead and get rid of this. All right. Let's knock that out of there. And this needs to be path to so I don't know how this works. Does the C# correct for system path? I don't actually know. Oh, let's do this. Let's add the thing let's add that file at the root of this project. I'm just gonna copy it. So, oh wait. Oh, that's just the NuGet package. Okay, so I need to go get it. Put it in here. There's our secure connection package. I'm gonna put it in here just as a backup, but also go out to, where are we at here? Apollo, C# example. We'll put it in the base. I'm just gonna leave it named what it is. And then show all files. Oh, I put it in the wrong path there. This needs to go here. And now there it goes. Okay. So let's rename this as the secrets. Okay. And then I'm going to go my get ignore, and I'm going to actually say secrets.zip. I'm going to ignore that. I don't want that in my repo. Okay, got that done. All right, so that's built up. And then what do we want to do here? We want to do this, then run with C# runtime, add the following connection stuff. All right, so this is basically a row similar to what we did previously. Now what I got to figure out is how to get the database added here. Oh, Apache Cassandra. So here the standard thing is we need user and password. We need the host. We don't even need the key space here, technically. If y'all have seen me on previous sessions, like I don't even designate the key space sometimes because I want to create a key space. So it would be nice to be able to, I guess we could put the key space in and then get that. So I'm curious how we could make this happen. Hey, it's in beta. We'll find out soon in the near future. All right, let's see here. So select asterisk from, let's go back to here and go into Dev Studio. And this, I'm going to delete this one. I don't want this one. We're going to actually rename this as sample notebook from Twitch stream. There we go. Okay, so created table, created both the tables, and then we did a select. Let's put that here. Cluster name. So key space. So I'm not really sure what cluster name should be right here. Should it be the key space or the table name? There's one way to find out. I'm gonna just run it. So we have Adrian's testing database and then Adrian's key space. So I'm gonna go with this. Theoretically is the, it seems a little weird to have to put that there. With credentials. So all right, bear with me. I'm going to put in some secrets. So it's gonna take just a minute and y'all are gonna get the cool screen here while we get the secrets going on. All right, coming back just a second here. Almost got it. All right, here we go. Boom, I'm back. And so here's the thing. What I did was I went into here, edited configuration, and added. Can't believe I just did that. Anyway, it has the username and password in it. Super aggravated about that. Come on, JetBrains. If it says password, just like, don't show it. Anyway, now I'm perturbed at my IDE. So I added environment variables, is what I did. So we're gonna go over here. And let's see here, C# get environment variable. So this is probably what we want to use. System.runtime.extensions, get environment variable. Yes, like this. Just like so. We'll paste it down for readability. All right. So now this should be empty, technically speaking. Let's run it though. Let's see what we get here. All right. Failed to load or parse the secure connection bundle. See, oh yeah, because I don't know how to designate the thing here. Code. Oh. We're just going to do this. Secrets.zip. Actually, let's see if we can just do this. Oh, so that did. All right, so that should work, right? Ooh. Eh. That's not what that's not even what I put in there. Let's do this. Okay, so let's put it in. Just do another dot, I guess. No, come on. If I do this, what's it do? Okay, it doesn't know how to parse the path. So know how to parse this? Yeah, I don't. So where does it think this is going to be? It's going to act like it's going to be. So that's going to run, crash, and it thinks it needs to be in .NET 2.2 and bin debug. All right. Is that the message for no values? Well, let's put something. Let's put something in our database. Let's do insert into value is this. Right. Insert into key space. All right, our first table. We'll do ID and then description. We'll go with value. Let's here create UUID. Yes, please. Thank you. That did not work. Create UUID. I don't know if it copied. Let's try this. Copy. There we go. Okay. And then this is our first descriptive value that we have entered into our first Apollo database. Oh, we added a value. Okay. Column Adrian's is not. What? Okay, that said cluster name. Oh, let's do this. So is it just. Boom! We have gotten a value back in our C# app. It's pretty freaking awesome, y'all. Excuse me. All right, we need to make a note though, right? Because this is a beta. Part of the purpose of a beta is to write down stuff that needs tidied up. So in documentation, let's see here. Oh, this part. Step C, I guess, yeah. Fixes. In section C, in the C# docs here. Oops. This should say column name for what is being retrieved instead of cluster name. Let's grab the page. There we go. All right, cool. We got that in there. Curiosity. What should be the practice for placement of the bundle? Right? That seems fair, right? Okay, we got that added. And we got it retrieved. So it made some progress there. Let's see if we can write out a number of these things. So I'm going to get rid of this table. I'm not worried about this. I'm going to go with our first table. That sounds good. And then let's do create table. Or no, let's just create some more stuff in here to add, right? We'll do like description, first name, text last name and text, full name text, and then we'll do the table stamp and call it timestamp. There we go. And then that's good enough. That's some good values. So then what happens if I do that? It should already exist. Okay, so let's drop table Adrian's key space dot our first table. And let's see here, the CQL insert UUID function. No. There's got to be a that's what I was looking for. That's what I want to try out. So let's do insert into. And then let's say Adrian Hall. Adrian Hall. And then the timestamp is what? It is October. CQL add timestamp. And then we do what? No, I just want the to date now. Or to timestamp to date now. Yeah, that looks good. Let's do that one. Ah! Does not like that one. I'm all over the place. All right, we're gonna skip that for now. Go ahead and run that, and then and this is gonna be description, first name, last name, and full name. Right? So let's run that. Oh, of course not. It's the insert statement. Select asterisk. Actually, let's do it correct. ID. Actually, let's do first name, last name, full name, description from Adrian's keyspace dot our first table. Yep, that's what I want. Oh, we did an upsert. Ha 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 ha, funny. Let's do this. Let's add ID. So now we're gonna get a new one every single time. Need a name generator, you know? All right, so now what I want to do is in the program, that's a connection. So then we want a session dot execute the CQL. And we're going to do a couple of them. Let's see how far we get now. All right, so we're going to do drop table Then we'll create the table, right? Then we're going to insert into the table, and then select that row, which in this case should be 1 because we're going to drop the table. All right, and then oh yeah, we need to do this for this one. So I'm going to do this. Add some context, right line, table being dropped. Then table being created. And then finally inserting a row into the table. Consider this my inline comments. Selecting the row that was just added. Trying to do less personification of databases and data. It doesn't matter that we added it, it's been added. Just say selecting the row that was just added. I don't know why I commonly say we did this, we did that, we did that. That's nice. It's just being done. Just say it's being done. English, funny language sometimes. Anyway, that looks like all the pieces we need. Typo. Thanks for telling me my name is a typo. Can I add it to the dictionary? No. Okay. All right, here we go. Is it going to work? Oh, I need to add this to. Okay, gonna add some get ignore stuff real quick. Is it C#? Oh, it's Visual Studio, that one. ABC, Visual Studio. This. Oh yeah, I guess we'll add all this stuff. Linux. Okay, let's do that. There we go. Now we got all our junk in here. Probably have like 3 of these, and then we're keeping bin and object out of there, right? Yeah, okay. All right, that looks good. Anybody have any questions, any thoughts on this so far? Oh, whoops, get out of there. Delete, delete. Okay, I'm gonna export this notebook. Export. Oh, no, just cell code only. Export. There we go. Okay, got all the bits. Did it do that again? That's your cut desktop. Let's do a notes folder. Right, and then we're gonna take that sounds dangerous. Ah, there it is. Ah, got the freaking tickle nose. Sneeze here in a second. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. I don't know why it didn't copy. There it is. All right. So there is our notebook. I'll upload that probably to the Git repo or something too, and then you can just pull it down into your own notebook if you want to run it. Yeah, there we go. All right. And then, let's see here. I did that, build, yep, it builds. Go back to the IDE. Now let's run all this stuff. Table being dropped, table being created, inserting a row into the table, selecting the row that was just added. This is our first description value right here. So that all works. Here is a C# example of how to get this done. Just gonna run it again for the heck of it. Boom, beautiful. Okay. Version control. You get all this committed, so I'm gonna get the get ignore in there, proj, and this. A working example. Oops. A working example of CQL execution against an Apollo, Apache, Cassandra database. Did I not? Thought I had not pulled the oh, wrong project. Boom. Oh, I did not. So let's add that real quick. Boom. All right. I'm not sure. I'm curious if it says 2.8. That's the one that looks like it's up there and available. So I don't think you have to do that. You just need to be able to point at the secrets file. All right, and then, okay, that doesn't say how to do the thing, but Node.js is next. This is what I want, just this bit. Oh, weird. I did that. I wanted to. Damn it, stop putting that in my stuff. All right, there we go. Yeah. Oh boy. Why is my project nested inside my project? It's like mirrored. That's super freaky. There we go. Got a little bit of docs in there. Let's scoot this over. Yeah, there we go. Oh, let's do this. We're in here. You go to like database, right? Yeah, how can I draw on that? Let's do. Sorry, going super full stack on these docs, yo. Because, you know, you got to do that sometimes. What did I just call it? New fave streaming get up. Oh, security bundle. That's it, yeah. And let's do this. Whoa, not that big, come on. There we go. All right, and then I'm gonna export that to a PNG. Sure, that looks great. And then can I drag that in there? I don't know. I'm going to try. I'm going to try to just drag that in there. What do y'all think? Oh, sorry, give me a minute. I don't know where I put it. That's not where I put it. Oh, I want to do that too. Haha. Collected some cool pictures for that. Meetups. Spinny delete. Why can't I find it? Oh, there it is. I found it. Bloop. Okay. Oh, come on. Didn't you used to be able to do this? All right, well. Yeah, okay. Let's just do this. No! So then that is something like that is the image. Oh, wait, did I push it up already? What? Oh. Yeah, that's what I want. Perfect. Beautiful. What is that? Oh. Oh, nothing. Okay. Now, what other secrets I got in there? Okay, look through here real quick. Beautiful. All right, so We're going to get into that in just a second. And just review what we just did. All right, let's see here. How's everybody doing, by the way? Any questions, comments, thoughts about all this? So here is writer, close solution. All right. All right, a little note here. Section. C# example. We're at what? We're about, I never remember where to look for the time point. I guess we're at like, at what time point are we in this session? 12:22, started at 10:35, so 2 hours in. Criminy, it seems mind-boggling. Seek a player. I'm gonna assume seek a player is a fellow live coder because they have just hosted me. See if they do any coding. JavaScript React. Cool. Big shout out. I'll come watch you later and give you a follow, but I will set you to auto host. So not just as a live coder do I auto host you, but I have you set to auto host since you have hosted me now. Thank you very much. All right, so I don't know, where is the silly time point in the video? Can I see that somewhere? Y'all see it somewhere, right? Oh, I can look at my own channel and figure it out. Derp. Okay, just give me a second here, and we're gonna get back to the demo of stuff. Anyway, whatever. Okay, I'm just doing it from this time point. Started 6 minutes late, so let's see here. That would mean I'm gonna do the quick walkthrough of what we just did, like the 5-minute walkthrough of what we just did, the C# example at 12:23. So here we go. What we just did with the new Apollo effort. I just created a little project here. Added a file so you know where to go get the example security bundle file and the sample code that we use to reference the security bundle, and then set our username and password via environment variables so that we don't put the security bundle or our username and password in a repo. We don't want to do that. I know y'all know that though, but I gotta repeat it just for my own security mind sake, right? And in here we have one program file that has all the code. It's got some CQL examples of drop table, create the table, insert an element or some data into that table, and then select it and print it back out via the console right here. Okay, so if I were to clone this as such and pop open this, clear, let's go into my codes directory and then clone that as such. Boom, we got it now. So looking at Apollo C# example, if we look in there, got all the bits. Gonna open up writer, open the solution, and then scroll down to C# example, pick the solution file and hit OK. So there we go. Got the program file. It does not know that the Adrian's key space exists, so it's giving me a little fuss here. And also, I can, that's here, configure my data source, etc., etc. But I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is go in here and add environment variables. So I'm going to say username, Adrian, and password is a super secret. So give me just a second here. Now that I've added that, we get in here. Okay, and I need to add the secrets. Now, I know that after the first build, because of where things get stuck, let's do that. Let's do a build, and that'll give us a bin and an object directory. See, we get an error here, but it's looking in bin debug netcore 22 for the secrets app. Okay, so the easiest way to do this is just show all files and go into the bin debug.netcore, go out to Apollo, where we created the database earlier. And we can grab this by scrolling down here, download the secure bundle, show it in the folder with all my other junk, secure connection. I'm going to copy that into codes, Apollo C# example, bin, debug, netcore 2, and then rename it as I had called it in my code, which is secrets.zip. So now, with that in the correct place for it to find, my environment variable is set for username and password, which over here, here's the username, and you'll have set the password when you create the database. And then we just run this. Oh, ran into an error already. String reference not set to an instance of a string. That is intriguing. What is the problem here? Let's try it again. No? Well, that looks like an out-of-band error. Not something we had hoped to see. Again, beta product here, so might be a little goof here and there. What is this? Line 13. So it is erroring out at the initiation of my session. So the thing is, just to talk about it, the secrets.zip has all the IPs pertinent connection for that database for you to connect to. So this stuff does work. We saw it earlier. And with that, the C# part is done. And let's see here, 12:29. 12:29. Getting started on the Node.js bits. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna get rid of that database. Terminate. Here, Adrian's testing database. Terminate. And I'll go ahead and leave the other twos. All right, cool. So that's wrapped up. Yeah, I know. Let me refresh my memory here. How does this work again? App.js. 6 and 5. All right. Here's our routes. Oh yeah, so pug. Call them pugs now. Okay, it's gonna be terminating for a while. All right, so let's get WebStorm open here. Actually, let's see. 12. Oops. It's 12:31 my time. So. Okay, so if we run this again, just to reconfirm. Boom, okay, it's working. So let's stop that and then go into routes, users, index. Index is that. Let's call this Express Apollo example. Right? And then go to users, respond with a resource. There we go. So we can just do a weird example here, and that can be our printout statement. So let's make that happen. Let's use a second database. Oh dear. So it's good to note that this Apollo should not be confused with the Apollo Node.js ORM of yesteryear, 2014, etc. I don't even know if this one is still in use or still exists. Oh, look, there's a toilet that way. So yeah, let's get back to Node.js driver. I need to do, let's do DataStax DSE Node.js driver. All right, let's see how to, trying to figure out how to Google for this, right? So DSE Node.js driver Apollo. All right, note to self here. Fixes. Let's do Node.js. C#. There's a conflict clearly with the Apollo RM project versus Apollo, especially in regards to the SEO/results one gets when searching for the driver. Anyway, I'm going to find it in a minute because I'll just go through this link. Is this Okay, yeah, that's another thing too. Whoa. All right, best way, go in through here, and then unless you're accessing databases. Oh, that wasn't where it was. Here we go, DataStax drivers. And we want to go to the Node.js driver. So this will bring you directly to it. Then, okay. Use the Node.js artifactory location. I guess is the option, the better option right now. Okay, all right, we're gonna go with that. Apollo. A web example. All right, and then, no, God, don't do it again. Totally does not feel like the right way to do that. Dad, burn it. All right. Oh, I guess I should have probably done just the list first, like npm audit. Whoopsie. Okay. Ow. I ran into my microphone. This thing is metal corners there. Get you. All right, what is the deal? Okay, so added 5 packages, 42 contributors audited. So I guess it added it, but I just needed to do that thing. So if I just do it again, it doesn't matter, right? It's npm, yeah, whatever. Npm install. Cool. Seems faster these days. So use strict this thing. All right, let's go with that. And WebStorm. Is this like an old way to do this? Oh yeah, let's do let. Is let cool? I don't know. I don't know if I'm hipster enough to write Node.js anymore. Use strict is still good, right? Oh, God. I don't know. What is that saying? It's probably like terminate statement. Oh yeah, let's terminate statement. Sure. And what's this fussing about? Create get method. Hello, Jack Conceprio. How are you? Do we need to do that? Let's just do let client require whatever, right? Can I do that? What you up to today, Jack? Checking out Apollo, writing some databases. I am working on getting Node.js to connect to the new DataStax Apollo Apache Cassandra as a service database that I've created. Matter of fact, I'll do a quick little 20-second rerun here. Bloop, bloop. Okay, so I have in my DataStax Constellation account created 3 databases. One of them is terminating, which I set to terminate a minute ago, and then I have created 2 other ones. And I am working on getting the third. Actually, I'm going to work on the second database connection thing here. So I'm going to get connected to this, create a table, insert some data, pull the data back out, and print it out with Node.js. That's my objective at this point. And I've just been dorking around with Node.js a little bit because I used a default Express project created with WebStorm here. Just kind of did a new project and then picked this thing. So it used Express Generator 4.16.1, used Pug or Jade templates or view engines, whatever they call them now. I'm so out of the loop on a lot of these names. And then my interpreter is 10.15.3, package manager version, etc. is 6.4.1. So that's all set up. That's what I use to generate this, and that's where I got my public, my routes, etc. It's just using basic Express. I'm just going to try to pull some data, you know, after creating the table, inserting a row, then I'm going to try to pull it just so I have good example code in how to connect to Apollo, pull data, and how to spit it back out. Image gen, like image generation with JavaScript, Go, C#, C++. Oh, and I'm listening to Pretzel Rocks, which sometimes feels like, Python, cool. We actually did a little bit of an initial session yesterday on the release day, and Christina and Eric got Python connected, and hey, thanks for joining the pit. Welcome to everything, Jack. You now shall be notified at all times whenever I'm doing some crazy coding up here. So yeah, yesterday we actually got Python and some Node.js working in Glitch. This thing. Here, I'll show you real quick. Glitch. This site. Why did it just finish with the thing? Yeah, this site. There's a project. And you can go to the DataStax Devs Twitch, and that session is still up there on the Twitch channel there. So that was pretty fun. It was kind of an impromptu thing where like, hey, we just had this beta release of Apollo drop. So we wanted to show people creating a database, some of the basic stuff in there, and then boom, wanted to get connected. Now I'm going through some additional languages. That's why I'm going. I did C# just a little earlier. The repo is out there. If you go out to my GitHub and you check out my repositories, there's now a C# example, Node.js example, or I'm working on the Node.js example, and then I'm going to do a Golang example, or attempt to do a Golang example. I don't know if it's possible without driver updates at the moment. But that's what I do. I hack stuff and I break stuff. Then I make it work. For me, for you, for everybody. All right, so with this though, let's hear. So I added this bit. did this async function run? Let's pick this apart. Let's get, is that async? I don't know. Why'd I gotta do all that? Maybe we'll go back and talk about the async nature of that in a minute. I just want these bits. Just oh yeah, so let's do this is true. We do have to do what we got to do. Actually, you know what? I wanted to do this within Express, but maybe I should just do it from Node.js. All right. Well, let's see here. Let's see what where this gets me. Respond with a resource. Client shutdown, client connect, execute a query, constant, execute this thing. Let's do this. Let's do, oh yeah. Go out here and get another, launch the developer studio to go ahead and create a table in our database just to get the code right. Oh yeah, I gotta do this. No, you don't like my... Come on. There we go. No, I don't want to save it. Going away soon enough. All right, so create. Is this another? Yeah, create table. Node.js data table. Oh, we should do another key space dot Node.js table. All right, and then do ID with a UUID type. Using a theme. A theme here, this is just a browser, but then in WebStorm, I'm using material theme. I don't even remember what color or which one of the themes. Like I can change it around and stuff. There it goes. Whatever that one was. So I got a couple loaded. I think I did dark theme. And like here's another one. Boom. Slightly different. And let's do a description, text, and we'll do name text. Oh no, there's nothing in there. In this, it is this app.js file, which gets all the Express stuff rolling, right? It's got two routes, one for root and then one for users. And then, whoops, you don't need to see the ignore file, that doesn't matter. Then just an index, users, and then the templates, the J templates here for the pages. And then in public, it just has this style sheet. So like that is the total encompassing part of this whole Express project. Just like very, very, very default stuff. And let's hear, and I am trying to do users. Oh yeah, actually, let's make this, we'll call this our users. We're gonna put this over here. And let's go with email. Yeah. Why is that fussing? Oh yeah. Let's do a drop table, another key space dot our users. Oops. All right, and then we need to insert into another key space dot our users this stuff, values of this stuff. So we'll go with ID, username, description, and email. And that will be UID function, and then username of Adrian. I'll just do it lowercase. I am the first user in this system. Woohoo. And then at DataStax.com. Boom. And in that, then let's do select ID, username, description, email from another control space, adds that. PHP.js Web Dev Dade, welcome to the mosh pit. Thanks for following. We're just writing a little CQL for our JavaScript, our Node.js JavaScript. So let's hear what our users. Oh, fill it out. Hey, thanks for hosting. Kick ass. Really appreciate that. So, let's see here. There's that. Did I miss something? I think that's it. Let's here. Ah, there we go. Okay, so we added a row to the database. Let's do this. Let's export the notebook. Cell code only, export, and basic. Yep, okay. So we need to add this. .007 of 11. Thanks for joining the pit. Just thrashing some code here. Let's see here. I need to. I don't remember how to get environment variables in here. Let's get that added. Oh, wait, let's see. We'll do. Actually, yes, do that. This one is just going to execute. We're going to do it the same way that we had done it with the C# one. So here I'm going to do let's do a var collected whatever starting oh sorry, gotta do let now for everything, I guess. Yeah. Nah, mostly just a web page. Just like a real simple web page that just prints out the results of it going through all these things. Actually, you know what? Let's make this let's break this down even more. Where is, oh, close project. That's what I'm going to do. Terminate. Get out of there. So we're going to do a new project based on this example. Okay, so let's do, where's the terminal? There we are. You make directory Apollo Node.js example. That doesn't read right. Oh, whatever. Everybody grow up. There we go. Now I need to install the Node.js driver. Okay, so in here I can do npm init, right? Package. Yes. No, 0.0. Sure. This is a sample Node.js application. Let's call it console application for connecting to the DataStax Apollo Apache Cassandra as a service. Enter point. Let's call it, what do we want to call it here? We're just going to do exactly like the sample. So connect database, connect database.js, no test command, get repository. Let's actually add that. That's this one. No. I want the get path. There we go. Keywords, Node, yes, JavaScript, Apollo. So many conflicts. Okay, so I'm not putting that in there right now. DataStax. Oh, okay, I probably should, but Apollo. So there's an Apollo ORM in Node.js, or for Node.js. So there's a little bit of a search engine collision going on there. Yeah, that's your database. Distributed database. Distributed systems. Let's just go with Apache 2.0 for now. Sure, looks great. All right. So then let's do yeah, we'll do get init too. And then I'm gonna nuke this one. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And then I'm going to create that brand new. Boom. Node.js example of connecting to the DataStax Apollo Apache Cassandra as a service. Here we go. And then let's add that get remote -v, get remote add origin. Yep, that looks good. Then we're going to do get status, get add. This will be our first commit. Okay, get push dash u origin master dash u maps us to that remote. All right, and now that we're going, let's get the get ignore file in there. Do the readme.md and the license. Oh, whoops. Oh, and it doesn't know that there's a, can I do this? Of course it does. Ah, whatever. Anyway, that's the path right there that this will be available at. So in here, let's go through, do the rest of this. We're going to get the, actually let's use the DSE driver. We're going to, oops. All right. So we added that. Then I want to pull this up in code real quick. There's all our bits. We got our dependency in here, keywords, etc. There's our dependencies: DSE driver, zip node, etc. License is empty for the moment, but it will be the pertinent one in a bit, the Apache 2.0. So in here, I'm just going to pull this terminal with control back tick, and then I'm going to actually get out of WebStorm for now and just do it this simple way. Let's bounce in here. All right, so it says for the DSE driver, let's do this in our connect database file. And then try this. And theoretically, we can run node connect database. All right, so we need to get our path. We need to get our secret file for this, the security bundle. So if we go out to the database here, we are using, second database. The bundle is available right here. Thanks, Jack. Thanks for the follow. Catch you next time. I'm on almost every day. Have a good one. Cheerio. Oh, whoops. What did I just click? Oh, is my database gone or something? There we go. Okay, so that secure connection, there it is. Cut that. And then, oh, I actually needed to. This is like Nautilus, by the way, is the, hey, Dually21, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the mosh pit. Nautilus is just like if you're on a Mac and you type open dot, it opens up the, what do they call it? The file manager or whatever. And then in Windows, if you type file manager, I don't know, there's a command on every system that opens up the file management thing. On Linux, on Ubuntu specifically, Nautilus is the file manager. So I do Nautilus space period to say open at this file path, and then the ampersand just means shoot it off in a thread so that it's not locked to my terminal right there anymore, right there. And then I can open it up and I can copy the file that well, control tab. So go out to downloads and get this, cut and copy here, there we go. Okay, so now my zip is here where I want it, but I'm gonna actually do this, secrets.zip. And then just to be safe, so it doesn't accidentally get put into my repo, because I don't want to copy my secrets out there, I'm gonna actually take this and put it in a directory that I'm gonna call secret stuff, right? And in secret stuff, I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna actually rename this Node.js example secrets. Okay, so there we go. Now, this path, all right, should theoretically, so I'll need to go back out of this one and then into secret, what did I just call it? Oh, it's not gonna IntelliSense it for me. Secret, ow, phooey. Oh, secret stuff. So secret stuff / Node.js example secrets. Okay, Node.js example secrets .zip. All right. Now this is an async function, as you can see, because it says that. So it's going to asynchronously execute this command to initiate the client, get the secret, use the credentials that I'm going to add here in just a second, and then execute the client connect, attempt to execute the CQL statements there. So all right, let's do that. All right, so here. Actually, let's see where that gets us. What it says. I know we'll get an error. Failed to log in. Please try. See inner errors. Yikes. Unhandled promise rejections are deprecated. That's cute. All right. Oh, fiddling for a second. Bear with me. All right, clear. That should not be happening. No host available error. Okay, so one thing this does confirm, though, is it is getting the zip file. It's not even trying to authenticate, it looks like. So I'm going to go into the secret catacombs for a second. Okay, whoops. So this should work. All right, let's look back here and see about this. So second thing, I'm gonna just launch Developer Studio again. Oh wait, no, I don't. Yeah, I guess I can go basic SQL. Let's just run this stuff again. Make sure everything is working. So that ran, and then, yeah, okay. If I run that again, I should get an upsert and a duplicate record with a different ID. Okay, so yeah, everything is working as expected. Come on, contraption. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's see, I'm gonna get this in here. Reset this to something simple. Simple. Okay, so it says I changed it. So let's do Adrian and simple. Okay. Oh, snap. Okay. So that message. Oh, it did say it right here. But this said no host available error. That's a weird set of exceptions. Okay, but that works. That was what it was saying. It was saying that the authentication was not working because of username and password. Hello from cluster, cast cluster. Oh, that's so nice. It says hello. That's like, that must be the default table. So let's get something in here. Let's make it actually do something, right? Hopefully. I wonder how many these I can do. So let's get in here. Let's grab these two. And then let's do another one. Oops. And then let's do that one. And then that one. And this will be what? Cluster name. That'll be ID. Or no, it'll be user name. Now let's put in description. These may execute out of order, so I might have to do some tweaks to make the promise deliver end in wait in order to get all this stuff. Oh, joy. Yeah? Alright, that fixed it. Ha! Boom! Okay, that worked. I didn't know if it would actually do it in order. Let's try it again. Boom. Magic, right? Oh, okay, not really magic. We executed this code, and it works. So let's get back here, and what do we got? Get status, get add. Added code to drop a table, create, insert, and then select and display the result. Oh, what? Ah! No. Where's my get ignore? Get ignore. Oh, I don't have anything in here. .ds store. Then let's add node modules. Alright, get add get ignore. Get commit. Adding. Okay. Move. Moving node modules. Right, that should work. Yeah, okay. So let's go back out to GitHub here. And then we'll get into repositories, and Node.js, and duck lips. Well, it doesn't want to show the README, that's for sure. Samples derived from this. And then we're going to have, this is Apollo, Node.js example. References. Fixing the README or, whatever. As always, any questions, comments, thoughts, anything, let me know. I'm watching chat all the time. Oh, I'm getting quite a bit of fun, good news here today. Going to be doing some KubeCon and QCon attendance, i.e. attending, not just like booth watching and other stuff. So I'm going to get to check out some of the sessions and learn some good stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to really, really, really just kick ass. Both of those are great conferences, by the way, especially QCon. Right from. All right, so why did I? What did I do? I guess I copy and paste malfunction. There we go. All right. By the way, besides comments, questions, and all that, happy to have you lurking. That's awesome. But hey, hit follow. I'm doing this all the time. I love your company, even if you're not commenting. So, hit the follow button. You ain't got to subscribe, but hit the follow button. If you subscribe, you might feed somebody that needs food, like maybe even me. I don't know. But, yeah, follow. Follow the account, please. Cool. Or no, this is better. Peace, whatever it is. All right. So, with that, it is 13:17. We got that database working, all that. Now, this is beta, and hey, Linear Droid, this is the beta. So everything's free right now. It's all free, all good stuff, free stuff. Free stuff is cool. But one of the cool features of this is, let's say it wasn't in beta anymore and you're paying money for the database and you just spun up that database, but you're like, I'm going home for the day, or I'm not going to use it for a couple days or weeks or whatever. So one of the things you can do is you can go in and you click on Park, right? And what Park does is it basically takes the database and it puts it into this parked state. It's kind of like, you drive in a car, you go in a parking lot, you park your car, you get out of it. You're not using it anymore. It's just sitting there. It's chilling. It's not doing anything to you. You just go, and you go in a store or something, right? Same thing like if you're riding your bike. You lock your bike up and you walk off. Your bike's just sitting there, hopefully, right? Nobody's stealing it. And you go in a store, or you go to a park, or you jump in a river, whatever you're doing. This is the same concept. Your database is parked and waiting for you to unpark it and start using it again. While it's parked, the cost goes down to almost nothing. All you're doing is paying for the storage of what was in the database. So I will say, like, if you got petabytes of data, like tons and tons and Googles of data, that's going to cost some money. But if you get just like, say 40 terabytes, that's like $1 for a whole month. Versus what can be like hundreds or thousands of dollars to keep a fully active multi-node cluster database running for an entire month. So Park is a hugely advantageous feature, especially in development stages. When you're like, I don't want to pay to have the database sitting here all night. I'll just shut it down for the day. Or, going on vacation for a week. I'm not going to write any code. Shut it down. Park it. Great feature. So I'm going to park my database. And after a few, it usually takes a minute or two, because basically the active nodes will be removed. But the data itself is set in safe storage, right? So then when you want it back up to unpark, so to speak, it spins up appropriate nodes, attaches that data, and then starts running again, so you can do whatever you want to with your database. So there, that database is parking. This one I'm going to actually terminate. We get a little termination window here of second database. like so. Do terminate on that one. And we are, oh look, that one parked. So see, it's pretty fast, right? It's like, boom, parked. All right. There we go. And I'm kind of curious, like if I go in here and it's parked, I wonder what this does. I haven't even looked at it. So I guess maybe we get nothing when it's parked, which would make sense because it's parked. It's not doing anything. Very cool. All right. And then that is my studio stuff. Studio stuff. Bounce out of that. That's the docs. So there's that example. And I'm going to actually, so I kind of dug in and I realized not going to be able to do Go today. But these two are operative. So I'm going to actually go ahead and keep this cleaned up and say, nope, not right now. There we go. Apollo and Node.js. Let's see here. I think, yeah, I can kind of grab this same bit here. Yeah, let's do that. And I'm gonna put it over here. I wonder if it'll fuss. No, I guess it's public, so it should actually work. And put that up there. Yeah, okay, there it is. Cool. All right, time to tweet some updates. Oops, there. Let's do something like this. Apollo. We got cool gifts for that? Yeah, there we go. Working on multiple examples. Let's do C#. Yeah. All right, and then what did I just do? Oh yeah, Node.js. Whoops, Did not want to post that. I wanted to post that after I did the thing. Well, I guess I'll just use that for everywhere else. All right. So that is a wrap for now. We got all that done. I want to thank everybody for joining me. Who should we raid, though? Let's raid somebody, huh? Any suggestions? Any thoughts? Anybody out there causing a ruckus? Let's see. Oh, Robert Tables is hacking on stuff. Oh, Michael Jolly. A lot of good crew out there. Matthew Keefe is out there thrashing it up. As always. Check him out. Oh, great. We have to see an ad. But it looks like a really stupid ad. But does it? Oh, there's Michael Jolly. What is he up to?
Fill up the callback URL field.
Callback.
Twitter settings dev account.
And what is Robert Tables
I was
working on?
just continuing the conversation. So yeah, so but the repo owner is
Oh, Ninja Bunny.
like at least not.
I was hanging out with Ninja Bunny.
But it's a damn good thing.
I streamed a little bit
that we did it as a draft
yesterday evening.
Do you know why? Do you know why?
She's doing some cool stuff.
Well,
Bun was doing some cool stuff. Nouns are hard.
if we
Yeah, let's raid Robert Tables. He looks like he's getting into mischievousness, so that seems like an ideal person to raid right now. So please stick around. Join the raid. We are heading over there right now. Yeah, we got about 10 seconds, so here we go.